Hey, good afternoon. I just wanted to come on. I just wanted to share a few things with you because I just felt like it was time to share some stuff with you. I know I've been gone for a while. I've missed you guys. Haven't been talking to you guys for a while. Haven't put any videos out. But of course, you can find these videos on my YouTube channels. Um, you can find these videos on my Facebook Live. You can find the videos on my Twitter, on my Instagram, I think. But anyway, we've got several different platforms out there. Find them on Grace Place Interactive. Won't you find some place and follow me? But anyway, so let's talk about the reason I'm on today. I came on. I don't know if you saw the title, but I put the title. It was I can't believe they said that about me. I cannot believe they said that about me. Fooling people will give you an identity crisis. People will mess you up if you mess around and let people cause you to see yourself a different way. So here's the question today. The question is, how do you see yourself? And most of the time, we see ourselves as other people see us. And the people that we esteem, the people that we call important, the people that we call important to ourselves, the people that we esteem highly. There was a sociologist back in the early 1900s, I believe. His name was Charles Cooley. He said he had a theory called the looking glass self. He said that my opinion of me is based in what the most important person or people in my life think of me. My opinion of me is based on what the most important person or people in my life think of me. And generally, what that means is that the people that I esteem important, if they have a a bad opinion of me, I'm going to have a bad opinion of me. If they have a lousy opinion of me, there was the story is told about the father who was talking to his son. And his father was in the house, and the father said to the son, he said, "Look at you, boy. You ain't gonna be nothing. Never gonna be nothing. You ain't no good." Uh, every time the boy would be in the house, the father would be telling him just how messed up he was. And the interesting thing is when the son uh, came out of the house, the son came out of the house, and standing next door to the house was the neighbor, and the neighbor said to the boy, the son, the neighbor said, "Look at you, Jimmy, man, you looking more like your daddy every day." And Jimmy said, "Yeah, I know. That's what my dad was just telling me." The thing is that sometimes people that we consider important, people that we esteem high, people that we value their opinion, um, they they will let us down. So how do we get a good self image? Well, the truth of the matter is, whoever you esteem high, whatever they say about you, you will believe. So I just want to tell you today. First of all, I want to tell you that I think you're great. I think you're great. It doesn't matter who you are. I think you're great. I think you are worth the air that you breathe. I think that you are worth the time that people spend on you. I think that you are worth the investment that people spend on you. And it doesn't matter who is talking about you. It doesn't. One of the things that I've learned in my life is I don't spend time messing with people who talk about me. I'm looking for the people who will talk to me. You can bring anything to me. You can disagree with me. You can argue with me. You can fuss and fight with me. But listen, what I don't respect is the person who will go to somebody else to talk about me, but they will not talk to me. So and what that works well for me. I would dare say it might work well for you too. It works well for me because I found out that I believe, and I found this to be true, that there is not any problem that cannot be solved by two or more even rational adults, two rational, mature people talking through it. Now, if you're talking to an immature person, you ain't gonna get nowhere. If you're talking to somebody that's irrational, you ain't gonna get nowhere. But if it's two rational adults, if it's two or more rational adults talking, dealing with a problem, then you can get somewhere. You can actually reach an agreement, or you can even agree to disagree. But you will leave with an understanding, and you will leave feeling like you have accomplished something. That's what happens when people talk to each other. When people talk about each other, feelings get in the way. When people talk about each other, uh, um, emotions get in the way. When people talk about each other, people start picking up weapons and start posting on Facebook and start sending rude messages in your DM and all that other stuff. That's what happens when people talk about each other. When people talk about each other, generally they're looking for, when you talk about somebody, you're looking for some cosigners. You're looking for people who will jump on the bandwagon, who will get on your side, who will tell you, yeah, you're right. Yeah, they shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. Yeah, you're right. And instead of trying to solve the problem, you're just looking for somebody to soothe your pain. Instead of trying to solve the problem, you're looking for someone to soothe your pain. But here's the wonderful thing. If it's true that my opinion of me comes from what the most important person in my life, person or people think of me, in my life think of me, if that's where my opinion of me comes from, then the key to my good self-esteem, the key to my high self-esteem is putting start giving importance to people who think about you what you think of yourself or better. Start putting your confidence in people. Start trusting and start esteeming the people, the people who think you're great. That really is it. Don't mess around with people who only have critical ideas and critical thoughts, who never come with anything but problems and pain and trouble and frustration and all this other stuff, and they want to dump on you like you a garbage can, and and then leave you to try and sort through the mess. No, don't mess with those people. Don't mess with those people who talk about you. Don't mess with those people who will bring you a bone and then carry a bone back. Don't mess with those. Don't mess with we used to call them two-faced people. Don't mess with two-faced people. Don't mess with people that are like the song said, used to say, don't mess with the people who smile in your face, but all the time want to take your place because they ain't nothing but backstabbers. Don't mess with them. You have the right to choose who you want to esteem. You have the right to choose who you want to give the place of importance in your life. You have a right to decide who the people are that you value their opinions. That you have a right to choose that. And I want to tell you, look, if you can't find anybody else that thinks you're great, hit me up. Drop me a line. I think you're great. I don't care. I don't care where you are. I don't care what your position is. I don't care what your state is in life. I think you're great. I think that you can win this game from any position. I don't care how far behind you are. I don't care how how bad it seems to be. I believe you can win this game. I believe you can make it happen. I believe that you are great, that there are great things in store for you, and that there is no one that can stop it but you. That's what I believe. And if you want somebody who believes in you, if you want somebody to believe in you, you hit me up. Just hit me up. I believe in you. I promise you I do. Not only do I believe in you, I can see not only because it's you, but because I've lived it. I can see you overcoming your problems. I can see you overcoming your sickness. I can see you overcoming your trials. I can see you overcoming your debt. I can see you overcoming the troubles. And it doesn't matter what is going on. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what is happening in your life. I can see you victorious. But I got to tell you one more thing, and then I'm through. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I can tell you one other thing. Not only can I see it, but you got to know that God can see it. You got to know that God sees you as great. God sees you. God sees you as being great. God sees you as having the ability to overcome so many different trials and tribulations, so many different problems, so many different circumstances. God sees you as amazing. God sees you as a person who is full of vision, who's full of vim, who's full of vigor. God sees you as a person who can do anything. And here's the beauty of it is that no matter where it is that the devil, that the enemy, that Satan, that Beelzebub, that the ruler of darkness, no matter where it is that he has you on that spectrum, no matter where it is, God knows where you are, and he can pick you up and bring you out. God can bring you to a place of victory. His word says that he causes us. That's what his word says. He causes us to have the victory. He causes us to be victorious. God causes you to be victorious. His word says, greater is he who's in you than he who is in the world. That's what his word says. His word says that he knows the plans that he has for you. He knows the plans that he has for you. And they are plans to prosper you and to cause you to be not only prosperous in wealth, but prosperous in health, prosperous spiritually, prosperous emotionally. God doesn't want you confused. He doesn't want you bruised and battered. He doesn't want you beat up. He doesn't want you constantly in battle with the enemy. His word says, as a matter of fact, all you got to do is resist the enemy and he will flee. All you got to do is tell him no, is resist him. God believes in you. God, listen, there is no one who sees you greater than God sees you. Listen, there is I know I said I'm through. Yeah, I'm through after this. That's my second close. See, as a preacher, I get 3 closes. I get 1, I'm going to my seat. 2, I'm going to my seat, but I'm in my seat, so I just have to say I'm through. So this is my second I'm through. And I still have the right to use another one if I need to. But there's a story in the book of Numbers. I believe it's Numbers, the 13th chapter, or Exodus 13th chapter. I don't know why it's leaving me right now. But anyway, it's when the children of Israel come to the land of Canaan, and they're about to go in, and just as they go in, God tells Moses, send spies so they can come back and tell you about the land that I've given you. And Moses sends the spies. They go and they come back. And instead of a good report, they come with this bad report. 10 spies come and say, there's no way we can go because there's giants in the land. And here's what they say. There's giants in the land. and they see us as grasshoppers. Now, I got a problem with that. They said there's giants in the land. And the Bible doesn't record where any of these 10 spies went to these giants and asked them, what do you think of us Israelites? So they got an identity crisis just by looking at the size and the scope of their enemy. Here's what they figured, oh, because the enemy is so big, we look like grasshoppers to them. But here's the other thing they said. They said, not only do we look like grasshoppers to them, but we look like grasshoppers to us. They were so afraid of the enemy. They were so afraid of their task. They were so afraid of of what it was that God had already promised them that they said, there's no way we can accomplish this because we're too small. We're too small. We're too small. Listen, if you think you're too small, you're wrong. Because the fact is that it's not your size, it's not your might, it's not your power that you're walking in. If you think you're too small, you're wrong. Because you got something on the inside of you. Greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. And God is able to cause you to be victorious in anything and everything. And don't you believe this? Don't you believe that the enemy is greater than your God? Don't believe it, because you are the king's kid. Listen, all I want you to know is that God sees you as great, and I see you as great. And greater is he who's in me than he who is in the world. Listen, that's all my time. My phone is ringing off the hook. That's all my time. But I want you to know that the Lord is on your side. Have a good day. This is John Thompson. Remember, I love you with the love of the Lord. And there is nothing you can do about it. Bye-bye.